This year with the bump, I need a costume that is easy to wear, that doesn't get in the way. And when I was little, I remember I used to watch a cartoon, a Beetlejuice one. And the main character, Lydia, used to wear this sort of poncho with like strings, like if it was a spider web. So let's do that. And for my fabrics, I got a sort of fake suede at €6 a meter and a satin, a purple satin. I would have liked it to be a bit lighter, the color, but they didn't have it. So for only €6 and €5 a meter, we're going to make a wonderful costume. And of course, I have ribbons in different widths to make the spider web later. So let's cut our fabric. I have 2 meters of each and the width is 150 centimeters, 150 meters, and I think that's too much. So I won't use all of it. And I'm going to leave it 1 meter long on the front, and then the back is going to be a bit longer. So let's start just like that, folding and take into account that by folding this, I'm cutting one of the sides upside down. So you cannot do this if you have fabrics that have a different, like a sort of hairy thing. Like for example, if you had velvet, you wouldn't be able to do this because you have the fabric to one side and to the other. So it will look weird. So in this case, with my fabrics, it doesn't affect me, but take that into account. In that case, you will have to cut 2 panels and then sew the sides, the arms. With one fabric inside the other, I can cut contour and neckline at once, so I can sew everything together and add the details. And with the neckline cut, because I cut the fabric one inside the other, I'm just going to, what's this paper doing here? Beetlejuice. It's weird. Let's cut the front a little bit so it looks nicer. I'm going to pin all around and sew with a straight stitch, putting the edges inside. And with this, we're going to the machine, putting the sides in, the edges in, and sewing with a straight stitch, black thread, and a 90-14 needle. I just finished all around the edges, and I made some pleats on the front and back at the bottom, so it has a bit more movement and it sort of pleats up. And now I'm going to start with the ribbons, going from the neck outwards to make this sort of web. This took me much longer than I had thought. Maybe I could have, to make it easier, I could have sewn the ribbons only to the red side, not to everything. It doesn't affect, but it took long. It's an easy project because it's just straight, straight sewing. You don't have to do anything, it's just sewing straight lines, which I sew with a zigzag stitch, but it's a lot of lines, so it takes a while. And now I'm going to do the horizontal one with a slightly wider ribbon, so it looks nicer. This is another job, cutting all the little threads that are around. I should look for someone to do that and pay him, I don't know, maybe my son or my husband. It's not such a bad idea, you know. So if this is finished, it's taken me a while because, of course, it's an easy project. It has nothing to it because it's a poncho style with lines on top. But it's a lot of lines, it's a lot of sewing, even though it's easy. So take that into account if you're going to make something like this, the amount of time it's going to take you. But anyways, well, I've been in here almost 3 hours. But it's what? Oh, again, Beetlejuice. So this is it. I think it looks good and it's quite comfortable. On me it looks quite bulkier, but I think it looks great. I love how I made it. I like the structure of it and the pleats that make it a bit more structure even. So I think it's great. Let me know then in the comments what your Halloween costumes are going to be and if you celebrate it. And don't forget to subscribe.